In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I would do over a 30-day period if I had to start my trading career from scratch. When I first started learning trading 8 years ago, I learned everything from trial and error, so I'm completely self-taught, which gave me a lot of unique perspective in years of time of my life that I didn't need to spend, which ultimately burned through a lot of my own money that had I have known what I'm about to show to you today would have saved me years of wasted time. So whether you have some trading experience or you're starting completely from zero, my goal of this video is to create a boiled down checklist of the most critical things that you should focus on. I'm going to share with you customized trading tools that I've built over the years. Then we'll talk about how to access capital starting with a small amount of money so that once you have your model, you're still able to make large profits without having to use a ton of your own money, and how to effectively scale this up to your trading income goals. So if you make it to the end of the video, you'll have all of these resources and a clear path to follow to start your trading career without wasting unnecessary time and money. Okay, so the first thing that I want to cover is what specifically to focus on as a beginner trader or someone who's looking to revamp their current trading process. Okay, and in order to know what we should be focusing on, we need to know what not to focus on and what mistakes to avoid that can leave you in this sort of barren graveyard, not making progress, being stuck at the same point, and spend years of time losing money, being confused, and ultimately quitting. Okay, there's one simple thing that you can do to sidestep that entire process and make sure that you're not making this mistake. And this is a mistake that I see almost every single person making and that I personally made in the beginning of my trading career. And if you fall into this trap, this will completely halt any progress that you're making and keep you stuck where you are. This is probably the biggest aha moment foundation that you need to know as a trader. Okay, so the first thing that people are doing usually when they're getting started with trading is finding some sort of pattern to follow or idea and immediately taking money and putting it onto an exchange to try trading that pattern. All right, so oftentimes what will happen in this process is because you're unaware of the risk implications, you're actually able to be braver than most traders, which will allow you to take positions. You'll probably start to make some money off trading and think, oh, this is amazing. I should keep doing the same process, but with larger and larger amounts of money. And this is the psychological phenomenon around beginner's luck. Because you're not overthinking about all these things, you're actually able to see more success than people with more experience, which is essentially the premise around beginner's luck. Okay, so phase 2 of this mistake is you'll continue this process and then eventually you'll run into a position where you start to take a massive loss and you look and say, I'm down so much money, I can't sell because I don't want to lose this amount of money. The trade will most likely reverse, maybe go back up to your original entry, then you'll take it off the table maybe for a small win, and you'll reinforce this ideology that if you just hold through losing trades, you'll eventually be able to make money off of it. You don't have to realize the loss, and if you just hold through this, you'll just end up making money. Okay, the third phase of this mistake is you follow that same exact ideology to hold through the loss, but instead of turning around, the trade continues to move aggressively, and eventually the loss gets so bad that you're forced to close the trade, and it takes a massive chunk of money out of your account, which leads to the fourth phase of the mistake, which is thinking that you now need to go learn a bunch of things and acquire all sorts of information to prevent